Nikhil, I'm obviously not going to ask you about the politics of it all, but rather about how the exclusion of Sarfaraz Khan is being viewed, because there are some suggestions, as you've heard there from Shama Mohamed, that this is to do with his religion.
Well, I'll tell you what, Akshita, I'm not the one to ever object on anyone making comment about, let's say, cricket or politics. All of us, have the right to do that. But let me just give you one straight out fact there with what Dr. Shama Mohamed has tweeted. And she says that it's probably because of his last name and it is Gautam Gambhir's stance that we all know. So I'm just going to give you two simple facts straight up. Firstly, when she's talking about his non-selection, I'm assuming she's talking about his non-selection from the India A team, because that team was announced yesterday. As far as the Indian main test team is concerned, Sarfaraz has been out for almost 12 months now, at least close to 11 months. So clearly she may not be talking about the Indian team. Now, when you talk about the India A team, the squad of which was selected yesterday, do you know what? Gautam Gambhir has zero contribution to make in that, because he's not even part of the India A coaching
She's
setup.
blamed him.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So at the end of the day, if you were to consider the facts that she's pointing fingers at Gautam Gambhir, it makes it very clear that it's a political statement. She wanted to make a political point, obviously because he's been an ex-BJP MP. So she's pointing a finger at him. He had zero role to play in the non-selection of Sarfaraz for the India A team. Having said that, if you look at it from cricketing point of view, I agree that Sarfaraz not being part of the India test setup, that is unusual. Sarfaraz not even being part of the India A setup, which is a rung below the main team, and he's now been pushed out of that. That also will raise questions. I think those questions should be raised. But once you give it a religious tinge to it, then you actually dilute your argument. Because I'll tell you, there are 99 things that are wrong with Indian cricket. Religion isn't one of them. And I say that with over 2 decades of experience having covered Indian cricket. Now, so far as Sarfaraz is not being selected, I'll give you two insights into what is it that we picked up when he was not selected for the Indian test team. One thing that was pointed out, that he's not fit, the valid point there, and now he's gone on to lose 17 kilos and yet not part of India A, so that doesn't hold mustard as well. The other thing that was pointed out, and this was done right after that Australia series that happened in December last year, there was a meeting and couple of very senior BCCI officials pointed out that Sarfaraz was guilty of leaking some inside information from within the team setup last year in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, and probably that is one of the reasons why they've kept him out. Whether that's a valid reason or not is up for debate. We can talk about it, but it's clearly non-cricketing reasons, not religion, non-cricketing reasons why he's out, because his cricketing performances is top-notch. He should definitely not only be part of the India A team, should also be part of the Indian test team at the moment.
Just a quick addition to that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Nikhil, but on the religion front, if I'm not wrong, Mohammad Siraj is also one of those who's been selected?
That's absolutely correct. Mohammad Siraj is part of the team. And let me also add, I think there were two big selection blunders that have happened in the recent past. I think the ones that have raised the maximum amount of eyebrows, and that is Shreyas Iyer not being part of the Indian T20 team and Yashasvi Jaiswal not being part of the Indian T20 as well as ODI team. They were already part of that. Top performers, both of them, they've also not made it. So my point is that selection is such a matter that it's very difficult to please everyone. It's a thankless job. There will be players over which there will be question marks as to why they were not picked. As I said, there could be various other reasons why they cannot be accommodated. But unfortunately, as what Dr. Shama Mohamed is pointing out, religion or some sort of communal tinge that she's trying to give, that isn't true at all.